Hi everybody, welcome back to the Master Flow Plumbing YouTube channel, where it's our mission and our goal to help the average homeowner do some basic plumbing repairs around the home. Alright, so we're going to do a product review today. Actually, we're going to do a tool review today of a product that's sold on Amazon. It's a press tool for doing copper press fittings like this, and it's sold exclusively on Amazon from what I understand, or at least what I've been able to find. It is a less expensive alternative to a very expensive press tool. We're not going to really talk about that tool today. We did do a video about that recently, so I'm just going to set that off to the side, but this is going to be a less expensive alternative to this, and we're going to see how it works. I have got no experience with one of these things, so you guys are going to be here for the unboxing of it, and we're going to just go ahead and just jump right into that right now. While we're doing that, this is a good time for you guys to click subscribe and like, and click the notification bell so you get notifications when we put out new videos. And here we go. All right, so this is a tool made by a company called Anbull, and that is Anbull. And I actually did do some digging around on Amazon. They've got a whole bunch of tools, actually, this company does. They make pumps, look like they made like pool pumps and well pumps and ratcheting wrenches and wrenches in general. I mean, just too many things to list, actually. There's just a lot of different products that they make. This is their copper press tool, though, what we would call pro press fitting. And we're going to go ahead and open it up, take a look at it, and see what all's involved here. So, all right. So it looks like it comes with a copper cutter. Whoop. Give you some O-rings there. It was like an open Ziploc bag. Not sure what those are going to be for. I'm going to guess probably for the hydraulics in this thing, in case you were to ever need them. It also looks like it comes with a deburring tool. That's for, deburring the inside of copper piping right here, so you can get your nice, smooth edge. We've already done that, with a different tool, actually, for the video, just to kind of speed things along. So, but it's nice that they give you one just the same, so because most homeowners aren't going to have that. It comes with some instructions. It looks like it comes with a little Allen wrench for something, and we've got some different jaws in here, and perfect. It looks like this one's already set up to do 1/2 inch, which is what we're going to do today. The reason why we're going to do the 1/2 inch fittings is because, well, these fittings are expensive. They're nice, and I'll explain why, in a moment. But we're going to go ahead and do the demonstration with 1/2 inch today, just because of that. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back this way and pull this thing out of here. Wow, yeah, it's actually pretty heavy. I was kind of surprised by the weight of it, when I pulled that out of there. So we'll pull the packaging off of it, and I'm going to take a quick glance at it and see if I can kind of figure out how it actually works, just to kind of get an idea. It looks like it's got a little hand pump here, and yeah, you can see what it's doing here. It's closing the jaws right there, and that's the idea, is that it takes a tremendous amount of force to actually crimp one of these fittings, properly. Just so you guys know, these Pro Press fittings, they actually do have a O-ring on the inside of them, if you want to take a close look at that. That's actually what makes the seal, and then the tool actually crimps it to the pipe so that it can't come off. I recently had a customer that was a little weary of me doing some plumbing work for him with these fittings, and he had watched a video, actually, on YouTube. The video was actually a handyman. He wasn't a licensed plumber, but he made reference to his friend who was a licensed plumber that had said that, oh, you can't use Pro Press fittings on M copper. I don't know where they get that. Pro Press fittings are made for M, L, and K copper, so that's just not accurate at all. And there's probably numerous reasons as to why this gentleman was actually saying this. He was actually in a home in a crawl space, and he was talking about all the leaks that he'd found. And I'm going to guess, in my experience with the Pro Press, at least with the other tool, is that, yeah, occasionally you'll get a leak, but no more often than you do when you're soldering copper together with, just the standard torch and, solder method that we've always used. So with that said, I've become a big fan of the Pro Press fittings, and it's going to be a more common thing going ahead in the future, because as an industry, the plumbing industry has figured out that breathing the flux and the solder and stuff that we use, you know, when we're heating up the copper, well, it's probably not good for us. Now I'm getting a little later in my career at this point, so damage has probably already been done to me, although I do feel pretty good. With that said, though, I'm going to kind of try to protect my body as much as I can for the remainder of my career, and ProPress is a great way to do that. It's easier to put together, it's less work to put together, it's more expensive, but it's also I'm not breathing in, you know, when you put the flux on the copper and you start heating that up with the torch, you know, you're breathing all those noxious fumes that are coming off that. And I know what some of you guys are going to say, some of you plumbers out there are going to be like, well, it's lead free and it's, you know, it's water soluble and it's safe for drinking water. It's like, that may be true, but the flux that we use for soldering copper pipe is basically an acid. Okay, so I don't care who you are. I mean, I suppose if you wear a respirator, you know, when you're working with it, you know, then I guess it's safe. But yeah. So I'm going to try not to breathe as much of that as possible for the remainder of my career, and I'm going to go ahead and just use these ProPress fittings. So now with that said, I use one of these. We're not going to, like I said, talk too much about that one, but I do this for a living, so I have a $2,000 tool for that. This one was $103 on Amazon plus tax, depending on what state you live in. So let's see if I can figure it out. I'm going to probably be a little clumsy with it because, again, I've never used it before. So we've got an on button here and an off button, so it looks like you turn that to the off, and I'm going to see if I can figure it out. There we go. Okay, so you can see what that does. That opens up, and then these are your different dies that go in here. You know, and like I said, this one looks like it's set up for 1/2 inch already. It does come with 3/4 and 1 inch. So the way that this is going to function is we're going to get this in here. We're going to close this, latch that on there. We're going to turn this to the on position. There's a knob here on the side that says on. Now, this is a little cumbersome here because we're doing this, you know, in a bench test, you know, type situation. We're not actually out in the field doing this. We're at the Master Flow Plumbing World Headquarters as usual. So what I've done is I've begun to snug that down. And I've got it to the point where I don't have to sit here and hold that so much. This is probably a good opportunity to make sure that my pipes are buried into the fitting, as you know, the depth that they're supposed to be. And I'm gonna go ahead and crank this until I see these jaws close. Probably gonna get a little bit hard to actually crank by the time we get down there. As you can see, it took what, maybe 5, 6, 7 strokes of the thing right there. And then we're going to call it good right there, I believe. All right, so then I'm going to turn the knob here back to the off position. You can see it released it. I'm going to push this in, open the jaw. I'm going to pull that out of there. And this is typical of ProPress. They will get stuck in there a little bit. So what you can see here, though, is that it crimped it. It went all the way around there. That's exactly what the $2,000 tool does. And, you know, that's that. Let's go ahead and do this other side real quick. I have found that there are some situations where the ProPress tool can be very difficult to get into tight spots. Hose spigots are a great example of that. Go ahead and turn this to the on position here. We'll go ahead and get this back here. We'll close this. Yeah, anyway, so certain spots you get up in basements or crawl spaces, you're up in a, you know, between floor joists and sometimes the bond on the house where hose spigots exit and stuff like that. It's going to probably be a little tough to get a tool like this in there, or even the other one for that matter, but they definitely have their place. And for the average homeowner, which is what we're orientated towards helping right now, a tool like this is going to take away the soldering aspect of everything, because most people are going to just struggle with trying to solder a copper pipe together, especially if there's a little water involved. A guy like me, I'll beat the water every single time, and I will get it soldered every single time. I've never been beat by one. But I've had some that have just driven me crazy. You know, trying to we fight in the water, trying to get the, often you can heat it up enough to get it to take solder, but the problem is when there's water is it builds steam, then the steam builds pressure, and the pressure blows the solder right back out at you as you try to apply it. So that's what happens when you have some water in the pipe. Well, this is going to allow an average homeowner to do basic repairs around the house on a copper line without maybe having to call a plumber, and at a less expensive, you know, price than calling a plumber or buying the $2,000 tool. And you don't have to worry about burning your house down and all that good stuff. Now, it may take a little thought ahead of time. Maybe you have to make up pieces ahead of time before you put it in their final spot and then make the last connections after you do that. And a tool like this, or even the other one, can be tricky to get into tight spaces at times. But let's go ahead and finish this one out, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And we'll wrap up this video, but I'll give you my opinion of this tool. Actually, it feels really nice. It's not overly difficult. I believe just about anybody could probably crank that down. So again, you know, we're going to get down to that point. It looks to me like that jaw closes completely on the one side, not necessarily the other. So, but I'm going to go ahead and loosen that now, and you can see it relieves the hydraulic pressure on there. And now we're able to open up the jaw, and we're able to pull that out of there. Our connection. So, I mean, it works. Now, let's talk about the ProPress fittings themselves again for a minute. Again, I had a customer recently who was concerned about the quality of this and is it going to come apart. And that inspired me to go ahead and look on the world of YouTube to see if anybody had actually tested these. And yeah, there was actually another channel out there. I'll go ahead and say his name. It was Roger Wakefield. I've watched some of his videos in the past. He does a great job on his channel. He tested these, and I could not believe the pressure. He had some kind of a pump mechanism, whatever. He was taking an ordinary water pressure or air pressure and turning it into something crazy. Now, in an average house, we don't need these to hold much more than 100 psi. 100 psi in a house is a lot. Anything more than that, you're going to start using pressure reducing valves because you don't want water pressure that high. It starts wreaking havoc with a lot of plumbing fixtures, faucets, and toilets and things like that. Average house is going to probably be more like 60 to 70 psi on city water, and anywhere from 40 to 60 psi on a well. So they don't need to hold a ton of pressure. Mr. Wakefield in his video though did a very great test on this, where he built a chamber basically, and he had a device on there, and I don't know exactly all the particulars and the physics of how they did it, but he had a digital gauge on there. And they would go from an ordinary pressure of like 60, 70 psi, and they would actually pump these things all the way up to about 7,000 psi before they would actually blow apart. So more than strong enough. You're not gonna, you know, if you do this correctly, follow your instructions, you're never gonna have a problem with these in your house. They simply do the job that they're supposed to do, and it will make it much easier for most people when they have to do a repair on a copper water line. So with that said, let's review this product. Again, this is the Anbull. It's A-N-B-U-L-L, and it's a copper press tool. It's sold on Amazon. We'll give you a link down in the description to where you can actually click on that and buy that if you want to give one of these a try. I'm impressed. I mean, it's that simple. I'm impressed with it. I have never used one of these before. Again, I've been using one of these now for a little better than a year. I love it. It makes my job so much easier. And as I age, I appreciate that. So this, as a homeowner, this tool right here will make your job a little easier around the house. So with that said, let's go ahead and close out this video. I'm going to give this product actually an A+. I don't see anything difficult about it. I think the average person can use it. Just got to use a little common sense, follow the directions, maybe even look at a video, including this one on YouTube, and you know, you can tackle some of these projects around the house. All right, you folks have a good day.